So, have you ever heard of real tennis?
Well, I've heard of tennis.
Have you heard of real tennis?
No.
All right. So,
REAL.
REAL, yeah, real tennis.
Not like real, like some sort of weird fishing tennis.
No, real tennis. Real tennis.
Tell me.
So real tennis is a sort of old-fashioned medieval style of tennis that used to be played with high walls and a slightly higher net, and it was played by the royals. Lots of royals were very, very good at real tennis. There are still there are still real tennis courts in Royalhampton, I believe.
Hampton Court Palace.
Hampton Court Palace. So there are a number of historical tennis courts in Britain. The earliest one at Hampton Court Palace, built in 1529, renovated to 1661. And basically the rules were that you used to be able to like bounce the ball off the wall and things like that. So
kind of like squash.
Kind of like squash, like a bit of racquetball-y, but in tennis format.
That's cool. I like that.
Now, so it basically got
I like squash.
Yeah, it's. I think a lot of people didn't realize that there's this sort of this progression of how we got sports that we have today. For example, like football started as a sort of murder ball where they used a pig's stomach and they would run it across into another village.
Yeah.
I think we haven't spoken about it before. Maybe we can talk about this at another time.
Yeah,
but
we should. It's a good one.
It is a good one. So tennis, basically, a similar sport was brought in by the Romans when they sort of invaded Europe. And I think invaded Europe when they invaded the rest of Europe. They're pretty European, and then it sort of took place in noble households in France. It kind of began to become a sport. Now,
you got any pictures of these courts?
I will get one up in just a moment.
Cool.
Something I found really nice was, all right, here goes, a nice little quote. So, nothing is known about the rules for the early game of tennis. That it involved some kind of hard surface and a wall and a ball is about the extent of our knowledge. The name of the game, tennis, is thought to have originated from the Anglo-Norman word tenets, which meaning ready play.
Oh.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right. So quite how and
Ready,
when...
fight.
Ready, play. Tennis. So quite how and when the hand became protected by the tennis mitt. Okay, right. Here you go. This is where it starts getting interesting.
It's like fives.
Yes, it's like hand tennis. So
Yeah.
it started as hand tennis. There was a tennis mitt. It's uncertain when they started using it, but it appears from early drawings that a glove covered in vellum, which would of course been available to the clerics at the time. Vellum, I believe.
I feel like I've heard of vellum, but I'm not quite
I'm not sure what vellum is, but hey.
Carry on, I'll look it up.
This glove then appears to have had strips of catgut stretched across it, which is now today's strings.
Yes. Violins, aren't they strung with catgut? Is that still done?
No, not catguts. They're horsetail hair.
No, that's the bow.
Oh yeah.
The violin is with...
Yes, no. So you're right. The bow is with horsetail hair. I'm not sure catguts. I'm
not sure.
That's a good point. And then the glove seems to have acquired a short handle.
How do you spell that vellum thing?
Vellum.
Okay, carry on.
Vellum. So I'll pull
your eyesight is so much better than mine. Like you can read that. No, I need to get my prescription updated.
There you go. At some point, tennis
it's
became
an animal skin on membrane, by the way. So kind of.
Oh, there you go. All right.
The Magna Carta's written on vellum.
Is it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
All right, here you go. Hang on. Let me just pull it up for you. There you go. So this is the Hampton Court real tennis court.
Oh wow, it does kind of look like a tennis court.
Yeah, no, so it's a tennis court with a slightly higher what do you call it? Slightly higher net.
It kind of looks. It looks like a cross between a squash court and a tennis court.
Exactly. So basically, you'd stand on one side and you could whack it against the wall. You could whack it against the top.
I'd play this.
You've played this.
I would play this.
You would play it. Yeah. No, I think it's.
Wait, is there any death? Did you get an? Is there a death part?
No.
I'll play it. Well, you know how it is. It could be like, well, they play and then they slay each other.
To the death.
Until one of them dies of exhaustion.
But no, I wanted to talk to you about the sort of process of the development of tennis. Because do you know, I know you do know because we've already discussed it off air, but I'm going to say, do you know?
It's good for effect.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Where the yellow luminous tennis ball came from.
Oh my God, Sam, I don't know where the yellow luminous...
Well, I'm going to tell you, Simon.
Thank you, I cannot wait.
I'm going to tell you.
This is extremely exciting.
The yellow tennis ball, which looks better on colour TV, was the idea of none other than Sir David Attenborough.
What?
Yes.
How did... I can't believe I didn't guess that.
Sir David Attenborough... back when he used to produce.
I didn't even know he was the controller of the BBC.
Well, this is how he got to go and do animals. He was the controller of the BBC. He was BBC Two, and he.
So he was like, I'm going to give myself all the prime gigs.
Well, there was someone that got ill. I think, if I remember correctly, I read his book, and he got ill, and he just got the opportunity to go and fill in as a presenter about animals, and he didn't really know that much about animals.
Pretty cool.
So he was like, "This is so and so."
Yeah. I have discovered an animal.
I think I can do quite a good David.
Go on.
Okay. If we look now.
Yeah, but this is age David Attenborough.
Okay, all right.
You got to do young man David Attenborough. Spry David Attenborough.
If we do now. Okay, there you go. This is a bit better. If we look over there.
That's pretty good.
We can see
less raspy.
A rhinoceros. Ready to mate with the elephant that he sees from the back and thinks is also a rhinoceros.
Oh my
goodness.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway,
this is raunchy David Attenborough.
David Attenborough was the controller at the BBC Two, and for those that don't know this, and many will not, maybe older listeners, if we have any, will remember that tennis used to be played with white balls, even into the 70s. I do, but yes. So black or white tennis balls were used and continued into the 70s. Now, I actually have a video.
Awesome!
Of white tennis balls being used at Wimbledon
in color.
In color.
Oh, cool.
There we go. All right, so I'll just we'll just skip forward a bit.
I like how old BBC, everyone was super posh.
Well, they had to use pronunciation, didn't they? Yeah.
Oh, is it white? Just go back.
Here we go. Right. Sorry, here we go.
Oh, Rod Laver.
Can you see? White ball.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
So basically,
that's cool.
Basically, they were used to using white balls because it was black and white TV, and then all of a sudden, color TV came along, and he said, well, it would be better to be able to use luminous color balls, and they had been pushing BBC Two had been pushing against this for years and years, and he'd been really trying to push this, and then all of a sudden they said, right, yes, we need them, lots of them. In 9 months.
Okay.
So get it done. Change the sport of tennis. We need
just changing the color of the balls.
Change the color of the ball. And he got it done. He got it done. So by the time the next Wimbledon came around, they managed to have it ready. So,
this is great. I like this.
So the ITF introduced yellow tennis balls into the rules of tennis, as research had shown that these balls to be more visible to television viewers. Meanwhile, Wimbledon continued to use the traditional white ball, but eventually adopted yellow balls in 1986. Sorry, my mistake. There you go. So they waited an extra 10 years.
Wow. David Attenborough so hang on. Who took it on first?
David Attenborough suggested it. BBC pushed back. They said no, and
so it wasn't his exclusive decision.
It was his suggestion, and they said because he was controller of BBC Two, so he wanted to basically get the best video that he could, the best image.
Why they wait so long if everyone else was adopting it anyway?
The tradition, I suppose. England is a traditional place.
That's true.
Was.